Jackson County just updated its natural hazard mitigation plan in December of 2023. This plan is updated every 5 years to reflect on any changes and address areas that need more mitigation. Joining us live from Talent is Newswatch 12's Luke Doughton. Luke, you mentioned in our 5 p.m. that city, tribal, and state governments can apply for FEMA aid. What can you tell us about how that process is done?
Haley, so the big thing is making sure you have that hazard mitigation plan already made. Like Jackson County, they have that made so they can qualify for that mitigation funding through FEMA. I'm going to use an example of kind of going through the process. We're going to talk about fire again. After the Alameda fire burned over 3,000 homes and businesses, Jackson County knew that that was a significant threat to the residents and the businesses of Jackson County. Now that they've identified the threat, they have to lay out how they're going to mitigate it. You've probably heard me say these words at some point over the last 6 months during fire season. They've started educating the community on fuel reduction, creating defensible spaces, and home hardening. So now that they've laid that out, that is what qualifies them for this funding through FEMA. Bonnie Morgan owns the Malmgren Garage and Talent. It burned down in the Alameda fire. Preventing future catastrophes is important to her because she knows what it's like to have to go through the process of rebuilding.
Never dreamed it would take so long to get everything going, but yeah, I'm really grateful to be here and really grateful that the county is looking at mitigation issues.
When I talked to Malmgren today, she told me she was excited because it's going to protect what she just finished rebuilding. I also talked to the Jackson County Emergency Manager, Holly Powers. She's also excited about this mitigation plan. They added a couple new cities and jurisdictions to the overall plan, which makes her excited about the collaboration going forward.
Really excited to have all the new entities in the plan, and that opens up just more opportunities for mitigation type work in our community.
The collaboration between cities and jurisdictions is big because it allows a general plan to be laid out. For example, imagine I-5 is closed somewhere in Jackson County. That plan being set forward beforehand allows the city, whether it's Gold Hill or Medford, to know what they're going to do beforehand, what routes they need to evacuate people if there's a fire, and what routes they can take to bring supplies in if there's a need for that. And during an event like the Alameda fire, when there's not a lot of time for people to evacuate and there's even less time for firefighters to try and make it to the fire to save buildings and businesses, that general plan can be huge. It can be the difference between rebuilding or returning to a home or a business. Reporting in Talent, Luke Doughton, Newswatch 12.